But thank you guys so much for hopping on. Let me share my screen here for everybody. Let me pull up my deck. Let me know when you guys can see my screen, please.
We've got it.
All right. So this is a Frontline Focus today, and it's really about getting the most from every customer walking in your door and every door swing that you guys have. Now, I didn't put this in the deck, but I do want to say there is a technology out there that'll actually count your door swings. I know a few locations that have had it as a trial where you can, so if that's something you have interest in, you can reach out to your DCI account managers. We can hook you up with Boost to actually count those door swings. This is something that's done at every corporate store. And the driving factor behind that is your conversion rate, right? So every door swing that's coming in, I understand employees will go in and out, so it's not an exact science, but every door swing coming in, you want to make sure you're getting the most out of these customers. And that's kind of the focus of this week's call is when the customer walks in your door, are you doing everything to maximize your sales opportunities? Before I jump into the call, I want to give you a quick reminder of our Nokia contest that is going all of October. So there's a QR code on the screen here. And again, if you need this deck, just reach out to your DCI account manager. We'll send it to you. So you can have that QR code to download, or if you're online, you can take a picture of it right now and download it. But there's only 2 trainings you need to do. They take about 5 minutes each. And one thing that all doors ask me is always, you got a t-shirt? You got a t-shirt with you? So just for taking a 5-minute training, you will get a C200 Learn and Earn t-shirt prize. But you need to take that C200 Nokia training and a Nokia G100 Learn and Earn, which is going to give you double points and a Fast Start AMC gift card raffle to be eligible for these prizes, which is extra cash money in your pockets, right? So every phone you guys sell, and it can start on October 1st, so if you sold some already, you can go in and enter them, but we still got until the end of the month. You get a $10 spiff for Nokia C200 and Nokia G100 sold. So if those are not in your inventory, place an order today, guys. All you do is hit 5 to qualify, and you'll get $10 for each of those. So you're getting a minimum $50 gift card up to 100. So if you sell 10 Nokias, you're getting 100. You have to enter your sales in Nokia Mobile Academy, which again, the QR code is on the screen and is attached to this deck. But wanted to remind you of this awesome contest that Nokia has sponsored for you guys. These are great devices at very good price points. Any questions on this Nokia contest? All right. So we talk about the front line. That's everyone on this call. You know, front line, whether it's the individuals in your store, if it's a manager, if it's a Boost advocate, if it's an owner, it's everyone who is facing your customer. You guys are the front line. You are the life and blood of our organization. Nothing can be done without you. So we thank you so much for everything you guys do every single day. And this training is just trying to get the most from every customer to make you as successful as possible. I want to make sure that you guys are capitalizing on your opportunities. Excuse me. Obviously, we're all in sales, and our goal is to make that cash money. So these tips are to help increase your paychecks, right? Inflation's been crazy. Gas has been crazy. So anything we do to put more money in our pocket at the end of the day is what we're trying to do. Oh, excuse me. I'm a little under the weather, guys. Okay. So I really like this quote. No one can destroy iron, but its own rust can. So likewise, for you guys on the front line, no one can stop you from hitting your goals, but your own mindset can. All right, and I'm going to pause just for a second because I feel a little bit of a coughing attack coming on. I don't want to subject you guys to that. 1 second. And we're back. Okay. So no one can destroy iron, but its own rust can. Likewise, no one can stop you hitting your goals, but your own mindset can. And this is the mentality that you guys take with every customer walking into your door. And not only every customer, But you, as reps or owners or managers walking into your door, you are responsible for your own success. If you have that right mindset, it is so important. Like, you think about being the best version of yourself. You want to be great. You want to be that best version of yourself. The attitude and enthusiasm you guys have walking into your workday will play a huge role in your individual success. Whenever you wake up in the morning, you should say to yourself, today's going to be a great day, right? It just jumpstarts your brain. Wake up in the morning, today's going to be a great day. Doesn't matter if you're feeling like crap, you wake up and maybe you're feeling a little underwhelmed like myself today. I still wake up, today's going to be a great day. I'm going to go out, I'm going to do my hike in the morning at 6 a.m. It's going to be a great day. It trains your brain to make you the best version of you that you can be every single day. And when you're on the front line and you're talking about customers coming in, your attitude is huge. I can't say this strong enough. Like, if I go to a door and I'm visiting, and I love when I go to a door with new hire reps, so I get that kind of true interpretation of what does the customer see, right? If I go to a door and I walk in there and they're sitting down and they're just behind the counter and, hey, can I help you? Oh, I'm just looking. All right. They don't really say anything, or, oh, I was going to pay a bill. Okay, what's your number? And they clerk them. Like, what are you doing? What are you really doing there? Our booth stores, they are specialty stores. It's not like you're going to a mall where you have 50 different stores and 50 different products. If they're coming to your store, they're interested in Boost Mobile Wireless. So capitalize on that. Have that mindset. Oh, this customer comes in, this is money in my pocket. Every time a door swings, I hear cha-ching, right? Door swing, cha-ching, right? This is an opportunity for me to make money. So that attitude, that smile, that enthusiasm, a smile can change someone's whole day. Just think about when you have a bad day and someone smiles at you. Hey, thanks for coming in. Smiles are contagious. They're free. They cost you nothing. But that attitude and enthusiasm, when you don't have it, is a major detractor. People are just like, whatever. Like, there's booth stores all over the place, right? We know how many doors we have. If you don't get a good experience, I'm going to go next door next time. I didn't like that rep. But if you wow them just by being kind and enthusiastic, man, I know I really like this person I met at this location. I'm going to go back there again. In my own life, I do it even at the gas station. We have a couple gas stations, in the town I live in. And I'm like, man, these reps at this gas station are so nice. I go there every time because of the reps. Even if the gas is more expensive at that store than down the street, I go there because the people there are so friendly, and their attitude makes me want to go back. So it's the same thing in sales. Tweak that brain. When you wake up, today's going to be a great day, and have that positive attitude and enthusiasm to get the most out of your customer interactions. Now, when I talk about never clerking a payment, one of the main reasons why we should never, ever do that is because we should have that ACP focus. So I wanted to share with you guys 4 types of dealers when it comes to ACP. And this was a mid-month snapshot of 4 types of dealers. And you can think of yourself what kind of dealer you may be and how you could get better. But a quick recap is there was Dealer A, who was crushing the game at ACP handset sales. Now, I'll tell you right now, this is the key. This is the key to this whole slide. You guys should be doing ACP handset sales all day, every day. Why? Because those are the same customers as your Boost customer. If you can lower your Boost customer's bill by $30 a month, and your profit is the same, because it is, if they're on a $5 or a $20 or a $30 plan, your profit's the same. There's no reason why you should not be offering ACP to every single person walking in your door, okay? Then I had another dealer, Dealer B. Dealer B, I know way in the past we had some chargebacks on ACP. And this dealer was mad, and they didn't want to sell it anymore. And the doors just kind of gave up. It's too much work. It's not worth it. We're busy. We're not going to do it. Well, here's the thing. Dealer A and Dealer B, they both have the same amount of payments. They both got hit with chargebacks. Dealer A is hitting 70% conversion at multiple doors because they did not give up and they're pushing through on ACP. Dealer B, who lost faith in it, they're missing the boat. And this is an old slide from a couple months ago, so things are turning for them. But this should be an eye opener. If you guys aren't crushing your ACP handset sales, you're missing the boat. Then we have dealer C. They're doing ACP, but they're doing all the tablets. And yeah, I know we got a price drop on the tablet, but tablet, your profitability is only month one. That dealer also missing the boat. There should be handset sales. Handset, ACP all day, every day. Making the most of your door swings, ACP on handsets. If you take one thing away from this call, ACP offering to every customer walking in on the handset should be your key takeaway, all right? Then you had dealer D, a balanced dealers doing handsets and tablets. That's fine. Can't say anything bad about that. You know, they're qualifying the customers. Some want handsets, some want tablets. They're doing both of them. But honestly, the most profitable behavior for your business is ACP handsets. A $20 ACE, and we don't talk compensation on this, but I'll just mention it this way. A $20 ACP handset sale is the same as a $50 regular sale. So not only is it positive in the fact that you're saving your customer $30 a month, but if you think about economics, I don't know if you guys took economics class in high school or in college, but think about your supply and demand curve. If you have the same product and one company has a product for 50 and one company has the exact same product for 20, you're going to have much better results than the company that has that product for 20. On top of that, 3MR is so important, right? We want to be platinum partners. We want to go into January when the next list of platinum partners gets selected, which is off of your value-added services and your 3MR. You want to make sure that you are pitching ACP because it has a higher 3MR. That dealer A who's crushing their ACP has 60-70% conversion, and they've been doing it for months. Their 3MR is top of the game, and they've analyzed it through ePay, what are third month payments like. There's a 15% lift on customers 3MR who have the $20 or the $30 ACP or the 5, which is the 35, versus the $50 plan, 15% higher, right? It's a game changer, guys. So I can't stress enough. Make most of your door swings, never collect a payment, push ACP to everybody, and push that ACP handset. All
Adam,
right?
looks like we have a question in the chat on that slide. Some staff don't understand how to interpret this chart. Can you explain briefly for them?
So this is a snapshot of just 4 random different partners. And it was in the middle of the month, and it was, what are you selling on ACP? Are you selling handsets? Are you selling broadbands? Are you selling tablets? Okay. And so the key takeaway, if you look at dealer A, there's the 3 categories, the handsets, broadbands, and tablets. They're doing majority handsets. It's all their doors. Yes, they have 1 0 door on there. And not coincidentally, that's one of their lowest 3MR door or lowest conversion rate doors. But what how to read that is, what do you focus on when it comes to ACP? Are you focused on the handsets? Are you focused on the broadband? Are you focusing on the tablets? And so I'm explaining to you guys 4 different dealers and 4 different focuses. One that's focusing on handsets, which maximizes 3MR profitability. One that's not really selling ACP. So obviously that's a coaching opportunity where we need to get them re-engaged. One that's focused on tablets. So yeah, they're doing decent on tablet sales, but they're really missing a lot of profitability and they're not helping the 3MR because tablets don't help your 3MR, but handsets do. And then one that is selling tablets and selling phones. So they're selling both of those. So they're doing a very good job of doing ACP for handsets. So it's basically just a snapshot of 4 random dealers and how they're doing when it comes to ACP. And these were middle of the month. These aren't even month-end numbers. These were mid-month numbers. And so my coaching or my takeaway from you guys is the ACP handsets is the key. It's going to help your conversion. It's going to help your 3MR. It's going to help your profitability. That's the takeaway.
Thank you. Another question, should we be converting existing customers to ACP and lower their bill for this to count as a conversion rate?
No. Well, Your call. I would not. I would focus on new because your profitability is not there. Converting a customer, I mean, that's not going to help conversion because they're already with Boost. So they're already our customer. I mean, and if they're asking that question, like in month 2, then why didn't you offer it in month 1, right? So I imagine most of those customers are longtime customers. So I shouldn't say no, like as a flat statement, right? If you want to help your customer out, for sure. But when it comes to profitability and 3MR, the reason I say no is that won't help that because that is not a new customer. When you're looking at profitability and getting paid like a new activation, that's a new customer. When you're looking at increasing your 3MR, that's a new customer, right? So if it's month 2 or month 3, which are the key months, and they're coming in and you want to switch them then, you missed the boat. Why don't you do it in month 1? And if it's customer month 5, 6, 7 beyond, if you want to do it, sure, that'll help, your long-term rate, but your profitability is nothing like what it would be if you signed them up with it off the bat. So I shouldn't say a hard no on that, but if you kind of read between the lines here, you're not getting paid that new comp month, for all those months if you're not doing it at point of sale. But I should never say don't take care of your customer. If they want to do it, take care of them.
Can I come off mute and ask questions instead of typing?
I can hear you. Yep.
Okay. For existing customer, if I switch into, if I brought an existing customer and convert them with an add-a-line, does that increase our conversion rate?
Okay. Existing customer, and they want to do an add-a-line. How you should do that? The new line is not an add-a-line. That is that you sign that up on ACP, and that's their primary. So the ACP becomes the primary. Their existing line becomes a secondary. So you sign up that what you're calling an add-line. Let's say line 2 on a 2-line deal. They already have 1 line. Line 2 is signed up on its own as an ACP individual plan. Then you're getting all that comp, all 3MR. Then you migrate their existing line over to be the secondary. That's how you do that process. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Yep. Any other questions? Okay, so moving on, and you can stop me anytime. But the ACP focus, right? So as we just talked about, that handset offers are the gold mine. So shift your focus to lead with the handset offers. It's proven to increase your 3MR and maximize your profitability. In the pitch here, which I'll show you on the next slide, which I love, and it's a best practice from one of our dealers who is always willing to share their best practices. So really I'm happy that they do that. They basically say, I'll show it to you. We have 6 great, so here's the pitch. We have 6 great rate plans for you to choose from. And here's the offer. And again, if you guys want this slide, we can email it to you and you can print it off. They offer the 5, the 35, the 20, the 50, and the 30, and the 60, right? So we have six great plans. Which one works best for you? And as customers look at it, and I know when you're looking at my screen here, the bottom's kind of cut off, but what you'll see is the 5 is the exact same as the 35. 10 gigabytes a day to limited talk and text and mobile hotspot. The 20 is the same as the 50, unlimited talk and text, 35 gigs of 5G, 4G, 12 gigs of hotspot, and the add-a-line's 30. And then your $30 is also 35 gigs, unlimited talk and text. You get 30 gigs of hotspot, 35 gigs of 5G, 4G, and add-a-line is 40 a month. So when customers see this, they'll look at, well, let's do 2050. Oh, they're the same plan. Well, then I want it for 20. Perfect. That's called our affordable connectivity plan. Do I have a chance to have SNAP, WIC, or Medicaid? If I can see a copy of your license, I can see if you qualify for that offer. Okay. So a couple key points here. You notice, no, I'm not talking about any zeros. I'm not talking about $0 plan. Yes, we have $0 ACV plans. I'm not talking about it. Yes, we have $0 handset plans, tablet plans and hotspot plans. That's not our key offer. Because you want your customer to have skin in the game. if they go 5, 20, 30, that customer still has to walk into your door every single month and pay a bill. You give them a 0, boom, they're gone. Whatever. You're not going to see them again until their phone stops working. You give them a bill to pay, they're going to come in. And it's much easier to pay, let's say, a $12, a $27, or a $37 bill than it is a $42, a $57, or a $67 bill. Now, I gave those prices because we can bundle device protection with ACP. So even though you say 5, 20, and 30, if you want to be a platinum partner, it's value-added services, and it's 3MR. So you want to make sure you're adding device protection. And if I can get you for $27, everything that you can get for $57, that's a deal all day. And maybe that customer doesn't want device protection on a $50 plan, but for $27, yeah, I'll do that for sure, right? So those customers are coming in. And now they offer all 6 of these plans. But it's easy to upsell your customer to not get that 5. 5 is a tier 2 comp plan. I want tier 1 comp. This is about making money, right? 20 and 30 are tier 1 comps. So if customer wants that tier 1 plan, oh, I can get a phone for $5 a month. Oh yeah. Well, okay, technically you can, but that's only 10 gigabytes of data, and that's a hard cap. It doesn't throttle. Your data is just done. I strongly recommend you at least go with our $20 plan or $27 plan. $27 plan, because that'll give you 35 gigs of high speed, and then it throttles, so it is truly unlimited, and you're going to get hotspot as well. So it's easy to dissuade a customer from that 10 gigs because of that hard cap. Whereas you tell a customer their data is 35 at high speed and it continues even if they run out of it, it's easy to upsell that customer. All right. So this offer is a major key. Any questions on this? All right, so we talked about kind of the pitch, we talked about the process there. I think I kind of hit on everything there. Now, the tablets, right? If a customer doesn't want a phone, I'm not going to say that a tablet's bad. If they don't need a phone, a tablet's a great option, especially for gifts, especially now that we're coming into the Christmas season. If you can get a customer a tablet with 6 months to a year or a year of free service, provided they use it every month, the tablet's a good option if they do not want an extra line of service with the ACP phone. But the phone should be your lead. If they don't want the phone, that's when I pivot to the tablet. I'm never going to lead with the tablet. I'm going to lead with the phone 100% of the time. All right. So moving on, I guess I'll check one more time. Any questions on that? I mean, that's a big portion of this call. I've taken up a lot of time on it, but it's such a game changer. I want to make sure you guys are fully aware of those benefits and incorporate this into your doors. All right, moving on. So our $6 plan, remember, on the Boost Transform network, our $6 plan does include calling to Mexico. So just want to make sure you guys don't forget about that. It is still a very important offer. We have the white SIM cards that have been shipped to your stores now. So you are going to be able to do either AT&T or T-Mobile on the Boost Transform network. If you guys aren't fully comfortable with that system, get comfortable with it. From what we're hearing, by the end of the year, which is less than 2 months away now, this year's flown by, the old version is going to go away. It's only going to be Elevate Web, which is why you're seeing these white SIM cards out now. But I want to make sure you guys are fully utilizing it, because that network is going to be, or the operating system is going to be so important, because that's what we will be using for everything moving forward. Our $50 plan is obviously a game changer for us. If a customer is not on ACP, our $50 plan and our $30 add-a-lines, always remember to sell from your top-down approach, which means if they don't want the $6 plan, you want to sell $57 per month. There's a reason why when you go to McDonald's, you get a value meal. I mean, you probably heard this a lot if you join a lot of my calls, but there's a reason why you get a value meal instead of fries, a hamburger, and a Coke, right? It's just how we buy in the culture of our country. We don't like to pay for things one item at a time. So always bundle sell. Start with your top-down selling approach. If you start at 67, you can move to 57. But if you start at 50, and even you just say 50, you don't talk about device protection, then you get to, do you want to add insurance for $7? You're going to get a no. So how much harder is that to go from 50 to 67, right? So top-down selling requires far less effort. It's much easier to go down a step than it is to go up a step. When you're qualifying these customers, one of the main things, again, to increase your profitability is never assume a one-line sale. When I secret shop customers, a lot of times I say, I'm just looking, I have Cricket or I have Metro, and I kind of go through it and I role play with them with them not knowing I'm role playing, just so I can get that honest assessment of how are they pitching. What I see the majority of times is customers are only trying to offer me one phone. No one's qualifying me. No one's saying, what do you use your phone for? Can I see your phone? Do you use streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, YouTube? How many people in your family need a device? How many people in your family need a device is a key question, another key takeaway from this call you guys should be using to get the most out of every door swing. Because you don't know if you only offer me one line, maybe I'll only do one. But if you talk about multiple lines, maybe I have a kid who's getting a little bit older who I want to get a phone, or another family member who needs to get a phone, right? So never assume that one line sale. Always make sure you're talking about the additional lines as well. Device protection. I've talked a couple times about it. This is key to be a platinum partner when the new list is announced in January. Boost Shield should be added to every single phone sold. I call it the assumption close. I don't sell $50 plans. I sell 57. If I'm selling 2 lines and one has ACP, because 2 on ACP on a 50 is 50, which is another major key takeaway, right? That's not 2 for 50. That's 2 for 64, because I'm going to put device protection on both of those phones. But every single phone you should sell should have device protection on it. It's profitable for you. It's good for the customer, because if you think about it, most phones break within the first 3 months of service. And if it breaks without device protection, they're going to go to Metro or Cricket and switch and port out. Oh, this phone I just got for $19.99 is going to cost me $200. Nah, screw that. I'm going to go to Metro, right? But if you have insurance or device protection, insurance is a bad word, device protection, people like to have their phone protected, but don't like to pay for insurance, right? The power of the words you use. If you have device protection on there, I'll get you a new phone for $20. It'll be overrated to you. You'll have it tomorrow. They're going to stay with you. Boost your 3MR. Boost your profitability, right? So make sure you guys are adding that to each and every single phone you sell. I think you guys know about the kind of the stats behind insurance. On average, Americans drop their phone 4 times a week. They have a lot of sensitive data on their phones, and the costs are going up significantly to replace them. So make sure your phone's protected. We talk about bundle selling, overcoming objections to device protection. If our replacement phone was lost or broken, you can tell them you completely understand, but the upgrade is only available after 9 months. So when they leave your door, you want to have it protected, because you want to come in month 3 with an issue and they can't replace their phone. If you added a point of sale, and you can even say if you want to take it off next month, let me know, we'll take it off. What you're going to see is it'll stick on there. Customers will keep it every single month. The majority of customers do. And if they say, oh, no thanks, I'll just buy a case and screen protector, don't accept that. Always overcome the objection. That's a great idea. Cases are great for bumps and drops. Boost Shield also protects from loss, theft, water damage, and of warranty damage. You have a case of screen protector, you drop your phone in a water or in a toilet, God forbid, and that phone's going to be done, but it's protected with device protection. All right, guys, it's 12:30. That is all I got for this week's call. At this point, I will open it up. Are there any questions?
So those white SIM cards right now, we just leave them to the side and continue as is between the orange and the black SIMs?
Yep, until they launch, which is going to be shortly, but yes. So those will be the T-Mobile network on BTN, correct.
What do we do once the white SIM cards are out and we still have the orange and black SIMs in stock?
I would sell through the orange SIM cards first on the old network while we still have it.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Any other questions? Thank you guys so much. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you for joining.